Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We have a really fun call tonight because guess who's back in town?
Debra Bruce is back in town. We love when Deborah's out here to visit with us.
We love it when she's here. We know you love it too. So we asked her to come on and share her expertise. So we'll get to her pretty soon. We just have a couple of housekeeping things.
Yes.
The first is this will be the last time this weekly update is going to be on the Zoom platform. We are next week starting to only show our weekly updates on YouTube Premiere. It's exactly the same time, the same day of the week as we've been doing forever, but it will just be on YouTube. There's no cost to that, it's free. Just go to YouTube and subscribe to Solex LLC, our channel, and you will get notifications for our weekly premieres.
Yeah, and just to clarify that point, Premiere doesn't mean a special subscription. You said it's still free, it's just like going to YouTube. If you're subscribed to us, you're gonna get the notification. So don't be freaked out with the YouTube premiere. That's nothing more than us telling you that we have something new coming your way. And so we premiere all of these weekly calls.
That's right. And you will be able to go on to Premiere and still chat with us and ask us questions just like you did on Zoom. So you'll like it. It's a good platform, I think.
Yeah, if you haven't tried it yet, I think you're going to love the video quality, the sound quality that sometimes gets a little disrupted on the Zoom platform. YouTube obviously has a pretty robust ability to display videos and the sound associated. We're really pleased with the outcome so far. So join us if you haven't jumped over there. It's in the link, either your email or your text. Or just go to YouTube, search Solex LLC, and you'll see the latest video that's ready to premiere.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Now, with that, so that means that it's almost February. What is happening January 31st?
Oh, it's the end of the swag bag sales for Day of Discovery. Virtual tickets with a swag bag sale, with the swag bag associated with it, is going to end.
It's ending. So if you call on February 1st and say, I missed it, you missed it. So hurry now, get your Day of Discovery ticket with your swag bag. You have 5 days left to do that. After January 31st, so starting February 1st, you will still be able to purchase a Day of Discovery ticket. So you can still attend the event virtually, just no swag bag attached to that one.
Yep. So don't be discouraged by that, but the swag bag, as we've said before, and I'll say it again, we love it. We have a lot of fun finding new things. And we got a couple new things in this swag bag that are going to surprise you. I'll just say that. You'll be like, wait, what?
They
did what? What did they do?
Very cool. Yes.
Okay. You'll have fun with that.
Okay, now last week we decided to give away a virtual Day Discovery ticket with a swag bag. We had a little contest.
Yeah, not just for, we're going to do a drawing.
Yes.
And it's not just for the enroller, the person who brought in a new person, but it's for the enrollee too. So 2 swag bags are going to be given away in this.
So in here we have everyone this last week that enrolled somebody, your name and then who you enrolled, and we are going to do a drawing right now to see who wins the virtual ticket with the swag bag.
Okay, drawing right now. I always want to close my eyes every time, like I'm in trouble. All right, the sponsor in this case is going to be Randy Wall, and he sponsored Melissa Brown. Both of you are going to get a virtual Day of Discovery ticket with the swag bag, and that also comes with the discount code, the coupon code that you can use during the Day of Discovery event. So Randy and Melissa, swag bags will be coming your way. Those won't ship out until the end of February. We want to get those to you right before the Day of Discovery, but know that we have your names. We're going to ship them out to you already.
Do you know, I would love to recognize everyone who signed someone up this week because they did a great job.
There's a lot of people who did some work.
I think we're going to go ahead and just tell you everyone who signed someone up this week. We're going to go ahead and read those names.
Okay, it's a long list.
Valerie Demersky,
Juanita Espinoza,
Melissa Brown,
Fauna Powell,
Diane Galloway,
Rick Kirkpatrick,
Deborah Carlson,
Michael Lee,
Brian Holloman,
Carlos Jaramillo,
Drana Williams,
Joyce Wild,
Alexandra Kavanaugh,
Paige Wheeler,
Frizzell Clegg,
Sisters of Wellness,
Randy Wall,
Abby Hernandez-Ike,
Beth Michaels,
and Tam Pendleton.
All right, and then let's say who our top enroller is.
Carlos Jaramillo. Carlos, congratulations again. and again
And
and
again.
again. He wins all the time. I mean, it's putting on the events that Loran talked about last week. You gather a whole bunch of people, they get excited, and
Look what happens.
yeah, they
That's awesome.
want to enroll.
That's right. All right, well, congratulations, Carlos, and to all of you for signing someone up this past week. And we're going to go ahead and get on with the call. So let's welcome Debra Bruce. We are back today with Debra Bruce. Thanks for being here, Debra.
My pleasure.
We love Debra, and you know, every time we have Debra come onto one of these calls, we have a lot of people turn out for the calls. You are just an expert. They love to hear from you. So we're just going to ask you a few questions today. You ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Okay. One of the things that we see a lot on Facebook, and then people calling into customer support as well, is they're saying, you know, I have been using the AO scan technology for 6 months. I do not see an improvement in X condition. Or, you know, for the last 2 weeks, you know, I've had this horrible headache and I've been running my AO scan continuously. I still have this horrible headache. What would you say to someone with those types of questions?
I've seen a number of those questions on Facebook myself, and I've thought a lot about it. There's a lot of different answers for a lot of different scenarios, but a couple of things that I would just point out is that one of the most important things is your mobile scanner is not diagnostic. So it's trying to educate you about things that are going on in your body. And if you start connecting the dots between the different areas that you see in the reports of the scanner, sometimes you'll find that something that you're working on is actually another area of the body where the brain's trying to prompt you to pay attention to. I'm going to give you myself just as an example. I currently am having an issue down here in the calf, and in researching in my scanner, my spine was showing up some. I went to the chiropractor and to see if there were any issues with my spine. They did some x-rays. Sure enough, L5 was having a little bit of an issue. But then I also noticed on my scanner that dehydration was coming up. I wasn't drinking enough water. So I actually had a number of different causes that were initiating the physical issue that I saw. But in my scanner, the brain was trying to prompt me to drink a little bit more water, get my spine checked out by a professional, and not pay so much attention to the area that was hurting as much as what might be causing it, and then look at the cause of that cause. So then when I put together those different areas that I saw on the reports from the mobile scanner, the area is starting to improve. But if I had just stayed focused on the knife pain in my calf and run my scanner for the calf for 2 weeks, I would not have seen any improvement whatsoever. The frequency of the calf would have shown up, the frequency of the spine would show up, the frequency for dehydration would show up, and then I'd need to connect the dots and get the appropriate attention and not only work on the cause, but possibly the cause of the cause and the cause of that cause to see overall improvement. So if you can resist the tendency to think that your scanner is diagnostic and start to connect the dots between different areas that show up in your scans, you're going to start seeing more rapid improvement and improvement over time.
So a couple of things I heard. One, perhaps the wrong frequencies are being run. If they're looking at a different part of the body that is where the pain is or where they're feeling discomfort, it could be we're focusing on the wrong thing.
Correct.
Okay. And then second, do you think that people are maybe thinking that they can run the scanner to fix their problems?
That's another thing that might be happening, is that they're looking at the mobile scanner as a supposed cure for the area, when in fact the main focus of your scanner is to educate you about what you can do in your life to improve the frequencies in your body, which then translates into better health. It takes time, it takes effort. Sometimes it takes a lot of research to just look at what's showing up in your scanner and start to connect the dots. Don't be afraid to use Google and to start just researching what possible connections there are between things that you're seeing in your scanner. But don't keep thinking that your scanner is saying, I have this. What it is you have a frequency, And then if you do the research, you can start connecting those dots and then start seeing improvement.
I love that. You know, a lot of people, when they're new, they come on and they say, I don't understand this. I don't understand how to figure out the reports. I don't understand, even a lot of people don't have an understanding of frequencies and how that correlates to the body. What would you say to those people who are new, they're signing on, and they don't know where to start?
In the beginning, when I started working with Loran and we started working with the different frequencies that make your mobile scanner work the way that it does, it was totally overwhelming. There are so many frequencies that are used in the background of your scanner. But here's the deal. Even though it was overwhelming because there were so many, the amount that we have is a very good database, but it still is only a fraction of the frequencies that are out there. We couldn't, if you were going to try and scan somebody for the frequencies of every bacteria, every virus, every mold, every fungus, everything that there is, they would have to sit with their scanner on for probably a couple years. So what happens is we are using a very expansive database, but a lot of the times the things that come up in your reports are the closest thing to the frequency that you have, but not the exact thing. And it's only a problem if you're thinking of it as being diagnostic. So for example, you could come up with 10 different parasites, okay? And a lot of times that's the one that a lot of people just kind of freak out over. So they have all these parasites that are listed, and yet if they came up with 10 to 15 parasites, it could be that they have frequencies that are showing the closest thing, but in reality, they could have 10 to 15 totally different parasites. It's just its closest frequency. The other thing is it could be cellular memory from parasites that they had in the past. It could be that they ate something this week and the brain's starting to see something develop. There's so many different scenarios that can be what the truth is of what the scanner is showing you, that you have to just think of it as educating you and then make the lifestyle changes to manage what you're seeing. So try not to get overwhelmed by the labels or the number of dots, but look at it more as what trends do you see? What things are developing? What things are consistently staying in the report? Which ones are starting to back off, which shows that energetically you've got improvement? Which ones are staying stuck? Maybe you need to go see a primary caregiver. Use it to educate yourself. That is the absolute purpose of your mobile scanner, is educational.
Educational, and then you can take the next steps that you need to correct whatever issues that you may have or find. All right, so on March 4th, well, starting on March 4th, we are going to have our virtual day of discovery. We're excited about that.
I am so excited for that.
Well, we've asked Deborah to come on and do a presentation for us. Can you talk a little bit about what you will be presenting on at our Day of Discovery?
I am so excited to be doing this presentation because we're going to be going into some of the questions that we've seen on Facebook, some of the answers. I've done it into a presentation form. What we're going to be talking about is a large part of it is the gut. And we're going to talk about the gut. We're going to talk about the connection between the gut and the brain. We're going to talk about the adrenals and how the adrenals affect the body to the point that it affects the gut and the brain. We're going to talk some about stress. We're going to talk quite a bit about hydration. But the really cool thing about it is that what I'm going to do is pull in picture frames from different reports to start having you get a better idea and be more comfortable on connecting the dots between what you see and then the importance of how it very clearly shows you that there need to be lifestyle changes. And once you start getting the ability to do that, you're just going to get so much more value out of the information that you see. The hydration part is actually going to have 8 frames from one person's report that are going to outstandingly show how much hydration is important for the body. You're going to be fascinated in seeing the tie-ins with those 8 different slides, and then I highlighted I think 5 or 6 problems that show up in the body because of it. So there's going to be a lot of showing parts from your reports and then showing the science of why those parts of those reports tie in with the different things that show up frequency-wise in the body. So you're just going to really enjoy much more looking at the results of your scans, because you'll be able to start connecting the dots better.
I'm excited for it. I know a lot of you out there are excited for this. I wish we could have you here all the time.
I need to live here.
You do. Thanks for all you do, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, everyone. We've had some good questions come in this week. Every week we get good questions. Some of them are a little more difficult than others, but this one is kind of a fun one. They wanted to know about the water sticks and what do these sticks do to water, and what is structured water, and how does it make structured water. And it really doesn't make structured water. It just helps structure the water. There's a big difference. It doesn't make structured water. It helps the water that you have become more structured. What is that? As far as the Cybin beads are concerned, what we're seeing when you take bottled water, tap water, filtered water, in the process of getting the water bottled and stuff, a lot of the water molecules will group together. They'll become clusters. And so as they pass through our body, we are only getting the hydration benefits of the outside of that cluster. So the smaller those clusters and the more of those we have, the more hydration we get, hence the water stick. The water stick, because of the nature of the Cybin beads, you get those larger clusters of water molecules breaking down into smaller clusters. Now, real structured water goes through a whole structuring process, and it makes those, you don't have those big clusters to begin with. But the water stick will take any water source and bring that down into a smaller, more abundant cluster of water so that you get more hydration. So why the water stick is so important is because our hydration. And all of us that are using our scanner know how important the hydration is. With the right amount of hydration, our body responds better to frequency stimulation, to better food intake. We deal better, we'll have less headaches, we'll have better vision, we'll have all of our bodily functions are improved when we're properly hydrated. So having a water stick and in your water that you're drinking all the time is going to give you better hydration, make your AO scan work more efficiently, and make the food that you eat digest better. So I hope that helps. Water sticks are a great tool. It's a one-time purchase. You put it in your water, one and done, you're done. And the water stick. All right, so another question that's come up is what is the strength difference of the different ionic products, the bracelets, the patches, the water sticks, etc. Well, the bracelets are a complete circle, okay? They're thicker, they're heavier, they have more Cybin in them. Also, if you'll take your bracelet and turn it inside out, you'll notice there's little bumps all the way around, and there's 4 words on those bracelets. I'm not even going to tell you what they are because I want you to go home and read them. But those words carry power, just like the Cybin has power. A good book to read on that is Dr. Emoto's book on water and how words affect the way a water crystal forms when it's being frozen. So the words that we think, the words that we speak, the words that we hear, as well as the words that we wear, all have an effect on our frequency bubble around our body. It's important not only that we speak good to ourselves, but even the things that we wear. Make sure that you clear your rings, clear your bracelets and stuff. But the bracelets that the ionic bracelets we have, they have those words in there for a reason, and that's to help lift our vibrational frequency. The difference between like the ionic patch and the bracelet is obviously the amount of Cybin in and the way it's shaped. The bracelets are round, the patches are flat. Now the patches we originally designed so that they would go on the back of your phone, between your phone and your phone cover or your phone case, to help mitigate some of the EMF radiation that comes from those phones. But we have found over the years, people have used them for so many different things. People will put them in their socks, they'll put them in their bras, they'll put them, they'll stick them on to an area of their body like their elbow or somewhere with a Band-Aid. because it helped the pain go away or be less. But the way that is, the patches are formed is it's a bigger area to go flat on a surface. And on the back of those patches are also bumps and words. Okay, so those are the difference, and I hope that explains. Every one of these products has a specific purpose. Not that that's the only purpose that they can be utilized for, but they had a specific purpose when they were designed. And they play very well with the AO scanner because they're printable. You can imprint frequencies, you can imprint playlists, you can imprint all those things. So not only do you get the benefit of the negative ion and the far infrared energy that is inherent in the SiBin, but you're also getting the benefit of the frequencies that you imprint into them. So that's why we include those in Solex, because they enhance the AO scanner. And everything that we do here is to enhance the way the AO scanner is going to help you in your life. Over the last few weeks, we've also talked a lot about energetic shield and energetic clearing, and why do we do that? But I think one of the things we haven't addressed well is what are we shielding and what are we cleansing ourselves from? And so let me take a second or two on that. We are bombarded, we're surrounded, we're literally swimming in energies. Some are positive, some are negative, some are just neutral, but they're energies that are affecting us, okay? And so when you sit down to do a scan for yourself or with somebody else, one thing you really want to do is get rid of as much of that energy as possible to where we're dealing with just your core energies, your core frequencies. And with that, in that space, you're able to better energize yourself and better help the ones you're working with receive more of that information and more of that frequency. So that's why these things are so important. So the shielding that you're erasing from are the energies that are around you that are not part of you, okay? We want to do that, we want to shield that off, cleans that off, and then we want to shield it to where we're protected, at least for a short period of time while we do our scan or the scan on somebody else. Again, getting rid of those unnecessary energies that are only weighing us down or in somehow inhibiting the effect of the scanner. Always good. You know, sometimes when you sit down to just take a deep breath and to collect your thoughts, you're basically doing something very similar. You're kind of dumping all of the nonsense, all the minutia that's been around you, and you're able to clear your head, and then you can think again. Look at the energetic cleanse and the energetic shield as an electronic way to do the very same thing. To be able to sit down and just clear it out and then protect yourself to where as you go into this next step of scanning, you're as open to all those frequencies as possible. It's a wonderful tool. Now, all of these things that we've talked about over the last year, all of these things are pretty much covered in your basic training. Take the time, go through your basic training, take it at your own pace, watch your videos, answer the questions, become familiar with your device. Just like when you get a new toy, a new car, a new stereo, you're going to sit down, you're going to go through the manual, you're going to figure out all the little widgets and what they do and how they make the sound better or the movie better. Take that type of energy and time and learn your scanner. You will be amazed at what it offers you and what you're going to be able to do. Just take that little bit of time and we'll go from there. So, till next week.
Okay, don't hang up. We're going to do something fun again. This is the last week for the swag bag. So, Loran, we got to do the contest we did last week.
Same as last week, except we do it twice this time.
Okay, twice this time. So, if you enroll a PC or a QLA this week through Sunday, or through the end of the month, through Monday.
The end of the month.
Through Monday, What we'll do is you'll be in the contest again. We're going to give away 2 this time, and not just 2 to the enroller and the enrollee, but we're going to give it away to 2 enrollers
and 2 enrollees.
and 2 enrollees.
Yes.
That's a great
It'll
way
be
to
good.
close out this month. And this swag bag, you guys, we're so excited about this. We hope you have some fun with it. Close the month strong and get a free swag bag.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, have a great week.
Bye-bye.
There's Uncle Loran.
He's sweetie pie. Are we going to do some education tonight? Can you help me? Can you tell everybody how good the AO scanner is? No. Yes, we can. There she goes. See, she's ready.